What's going on, YouTube? Hope you guys are doing good. Today's Monday. It is Labor Day, so I had the day off and came to the gym. Later on, I think we're gonna go to Ripley's, believe it or not, for the first time here in Texas. So yeah. So it's gonna be a day of just relaxing. I wanted to get something done in the gym. Just to start off the week right, And one of the things that I have noticed this week, like questions and comments, is keto as a lifestyle. And honestly, I know it sounds pretty cliche. A lot of people say, in order to change your body, you really have to change up your lifestyle and everything. And actually, I believe that's pretty true. I do think that's true. One of the things that I used to do going into a diet was think right off the bat, okay, does this fit in with my lifestyle right now? What do I mean by that? Like, I'd be like, okay, so I want to take a vacation within 2 months. In those 2 months, am I going to accomplish what I want to? And what am I going to do when I get to those 2 months or to that vacation? Because I know I'm totally going to screw it up. And I think that alone is what was killing me. I think that alone is basically what was stopping me from being consistent and actually taking this as a lifestyle journey. I stopped thinking about that. I just started thinking, this is the way I eat now, and this is how I want to move forward. So taking that part out of actually thinking, okay, when is my next cheat meal going to be? When is the next time that I'm going to eat carbs? That alone is what was stopping me. So I was always thinking about, okay, I have a trip planned and I know I'm going to screw it up. So automatically I would hurt myself and not be consistent with the diet. Why? Because I was thinking about it short term. And if you think about it that way, it's not going to work. And not keto, not any diet that you get onto. That's why, honestly, I've been thinking about this more as a lifestyle than anything. I don't remember the last time that I stuck to a diet or a lifestyle for more than 2-3 weeks. And I was actually doing the numbers, and I think I'm almost at 45 days with keto. And if I was going strictly based on weight loss or something like that, then I would be screwed. Because in the first 2-3 weeks was when I lost the majority of my weight, which was like 20 pounds. And it's not that I've plateaued, but I have been starting to notice like what actually makes my weight go up and down. And it's more than just sticking to your macros, like your carbs, your proteins, and your fats. Like, if you have some numbers that you want to reach, then hit those numbers and see how your body responds to those numbers. So from there, you can either go up, go down, whatever you want to do depending on your goals. But you really need to keep in mind that it's not just about calories in versus calories out. It's not really just about your carbs, your proteins, and your fats. Like, I think with keto, you start really understanding your body. And that's something that's been happening to me. Like, for an example, one of the things that I posted on Instagram that I like a lot of times is I'll get pork rinds and like Monster. Well, even though they fit within my macros, I have noticed that every single time I eat like pork rinds and Monster, right? Even though the Monster is zero, Monster Zero, so it doesn't have any sugars or anything like that, and the pork rinds technically is just pork and salt, but I like to get the one that's spicy. So the one that's spicy has like 1,000 ingredients in it. And even though the macros are fine, like the carbs, the proteins, and the fats for keto, I have noticed that I get very bloated when I'm eating it. And I've tried versus the regular pork rinds, and I feel a lot less bloated. So it's not just about your calories or just your macros, like your fats, your proteins, and your carbs. It's also the ingredients. A lot of times these ingredients that you don't even know how to pronounce can be causing your body to actually gain weight, but it's probably not fat, I'm pretty sure, but it is like water weight, so you feel more bloated and everything like that. So that's one of the things that I've noticed with keto, and things that you can keep in mind when you are dieting. Just because you gain a pound or two from one day to the next, it could be that you drank more water, or you drank less water, or you did a super long cardio session and you dropped 2 pounds. It doesn't mean it's fat. So don't get too excited if you dropped like a ton, but don't get too excited or mad if you gained a pound or two. If you're being consistent with your diet, then most likely your weight is consistent, because you're not going to lose or gain fat that fast. So just keep those things in mind, and look at this as a lifestyle. One of the things that you're going to start noticing if you stick to keto, you are going to start understanding how your body really works and how it reacts to certain foods. Like the other day, I ate my macros perfect during the day. At night, we wanted to have a movie night, so instead of popcorn, because I don't eat popcorn anymore, we wanted to get, prosciutto, ham, Gouda cheese, manchego cheese, a couple different slices of cheese and hams, and things that fit within my calories. But I knew that the next day I was going to be a little bloated. Why? Because I know that's the way I react when I eat a lot of cheeses or hams and stuff like that. So did I screw up on my diet? No, I was perfect. I was exact on my macros, but I still managed to gain a couple, or I was actually just a pound. But keep those things in mind. Diet sodas also. I like Diet Pepsi. I like Pepsi Max. I try to avoid it. And when I really want to drink those things, I do it on the weekends. And I do notice that I do gain water weight, but it doesn't mean that I'm gaining fat. But these are things that you just need to keep in mind, and things that you're going to start noticing how your body reacts. So instead of drinking that, sometimes I'll drink stevia. Like during the week, mostly I'll just drink either Perrier with flavor, like strawberry, watermelon. I've had those. I feel they have a lot less ingredients and artificial flavorings, like the Monster, like the Diet Pepsis, all these colorings, all of these things. Start reading the ingredient list, and it's a huge list, So try to keep it simple, and just keep these little things in mind. These are things that you're going to start learning as the diet goes on. As you're being consistent with it, you're going to be like, okay, well, I feel this when I eat this, and I feel that when I eat that. So those are things that you're going to start noticing once you actually stick to this thing. And I feel amazing. I really do. Like the energy, the focus. I feel no cravings. And if I do crave something sweet, I'll make myself a peanut butter cup the way that I know how to make it, with my coconut oil, with my butter, with my cacao powder, and it tastes the same. It tastes actually better, I think. And those are things that you need to keep in mind. So look at this in the long run and not just the short run. I haven't felt this good or this focused in a very long time, and it's something that I think it's because I've stuck to the basics. That's another thing. When you're starting keto, stick to the basics. Just don't focus on replacing all of the foods that you want or that you love automatically right off the bat. Don't try to make all these crazy menus and foods that have artificial flavors and artificial sweeteners and all of that. Stick to the basics for now, and understand how your body works with the basics. So these are a couple things I wanted to, let you guys know. If you guys have any questions, any doubts, let me know. Reach out, comment, subscribe, and I'm here. I'm here for you guys. So let me know if you have any questions. I will be more than happy to help you out. Have a good one, guys.